recent news, 2024 has been hit with an average increase of 1.6 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, making it the first year to have an average increase above 1.5, above the agreed warming limit of the Paris Agreement. But what is the Paris Agreement, and why do all them climate people talk about it? The Paris Agreement is a global agreement to keep global warming levels to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Think of it as countries combining forces and making one big army against global warming. Each country has a role to play in reducing greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere. It was established during something called COP, which is not the police force, but the Conference of Parties that follows UNFCCC, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The Paris Agreement was agreed upon in 2015, a step up from the previous international treaty, the Kyoto Protocol, in 1992. Why 1.5? Well, 1.5 is the defense line. Scientists predict that prolonged levels above 1.5 will lead to detrimental impacts on the environment. I don't know to what extent it is legal to inflict climate anxiety, so instead of saying them out loud, I'll just put the list of environmental impacts on the screen, and you're welcome to close your eyes, shut your face. I don't know what you guys people do to keep yourself ignorant. It's honestly a skill. So, what went wrong? Let's have a look at what some of the countries set as their climate goals. So, Climate Action Tracker is for the policy illiterate people like me to gauge what countries are doing. Obviously, it doesn't have all of the countries' data and policies, but they have stuff that's public and out there. For context, we need global greenhouse gas emissions to peak in 2025, which is next year, for the 1.5 aligned pathway. And if our targets are 1.5 compatible, we'll hit net zero in around 2070. So let's have a look at each country. So much yellow. To quote the Environmental Commissioner, we cannot afford a fourth decade of failure on climate action. Climate's overall rating has improved to insufficient. This is an improvement? Let's have a look at China. Oh, okay. Before 2060. That's very specific, China. Very specific. Oh my gosh, it's green. It's green. The land use and forests have historically been a carbon sink. Go Costa Rica. Oh, they're 1.5 compatible, which is amazing. That's a W move, that is. Okay, we have to look at the US. You know what? They're not doing as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be like red. Under the Biden administration. Gulp. Okay, so what if these countries aren't 1.5 compatible? What if we are on a trajectory to meet the Paris Agreement? We would have truly failed the Paris Agreement if our warming was above 1.5 for a decade. We haven't even hit 2025 yet. We still have 2 weeks before we get to 2025. Plenty of time, trust. All jokes aside, we're lucky to say that we still have time. The grassroots movement are on the way. The foundations are being set. All we gotta do is act. Apologies for the missed upload. I wanted to make this video last week, but yeah, there's a few things in life that got in the way and they took precedence. It's nothing too major, but yeah, I got quite busy quite quickly. But yeah, I see this as like a 9-year target for us to do something about it. I don't think many of us saw the Paris Agreement as an ambitious goal until the countries start setting goals for themselves and then set like really terrible goals around it. Yeah, let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think about it. Like, are you guys optimistic or pessimistic about this topic? About like not meeting the Paris Agreement, or can we meet the Paris Agreement? If you guys learned something new or enjoy this type of content, Yeah, do like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Peace.